Good morning, Soul Tribe family. So listen, I wanted to talk about the issues that we are facing from as humanity. A lot of the energy that has been going on for years with racism, the devaluing of black men, um, hurt and pain, these are all issues that are taught, and these are taught from our parents. Our mothers are the givers of life. And as mothers, we don't always sometimes make the best decisions and do the right things because of what we were taught. And that's why people are hurting so much. A lot of us have mommy issues. I had mommy issues, but I made sure I addressed my mommy issues. That is at a lot of the core of our issues. We have to learn that we are free thinkers and free beings, and we have choices to make. All of us, we all have choices to make, and they're being highlighted right now. Anything you that keeps coming up for you is being exposed because you need to deal with it. You can no longer sweep this shit under the rug. You cannot. You have to address it and face it, no matter how hard it may seem, no matter how hurt you may feel. You have to address these issues. You cannot continue in life hurting. I know that there are things that sometimes deep in us, we hide it, we pack it down because we don't want to feel it. No, you got to feel it now. You have to. And you know what? These issues are going to continue to come back around until you be honest with yourself and address it. You have to be honest. What are the things that you were taught or things that were done, things that you never addressed with your parent? That is an outstanding issue, whether it's your mother or your father. Especially a lot of us have issues with our mothers. What are those issues? Even if they don't accept what you say, go to your mother, whoever the parent is, whether it's your biological mother, adoptive mother, mother figure, someone who raised you, and just say to them, for those who have these issues, you go to them and say, hey, listen, I want to create a space of transparency. I really want to say something. I just want you to listen. Just listen to what I have to say and let them know all of the things, whether you got to cry through it, whatever, get through that pain and let them know these are the things that hurt me. These are the things. And then after you say that, you let them know, you know what, but I forgive you for those things. I know that you did your best. I know that you had your own pain, which became a part of my pain. But I forgive you and I release it. You have to release that. And then from there, you have to forgive yourself because this is for you. This is for you. I'm going to tell you in my own experience, I'll never forget the day I had that breakthrough with my mother. I had to tell her, listen, her and my father, they were in the kitchen, and I had to let her know. I said, listen, these are the things that hurt me. I always felt that I I always seen where you gave other kids in other family in other people's families saying how good they were, but you never did that with me. You hurt me in this way. You hurt me in that way. You hurt me in that. Those things hurt. They hurt. And that's why I feel the way that I feel. And I'll never forget, I cried my eyes out. And my father even began to cry. which is my stepdad, but he raised me since I was, what, 5. And he cried too. And my mom started to cry. And that was where healing began, because she validated my feelings and said, listen, I want you to know I love you and I'm sorry. She told me she was sorry. She said, I know your choices are yours. I've never looked down on you for those. I just always wanted the best for you. And although, our relationship has gotten a lot better, I still keep her a little bit at a distance because that's just what I need for my boundaries. See, forgiveness was for me, to heal me, to make me better, for me to get to a place where I could continue on with life and heal my children, because it was at that point that I started to see a change even in my daughter, especially my oldest daughter, because she was the adult version of me. See, a lot of the stuff that you do and the pain you have, you will see it in your children, in some of your children. Different, like I have 3, and my 3 children, I realized, are different have different versions of me that I've always wanted to see, and have had the pain, especially if you have daughters. Your daughters usually have carried that pain. Like my son, he's always been a great boy, a great young man. And I said, wow, when I look at the way he loves, the way he is so um, good with money, and I said, he's the version of what I've always wanted to kind of be. Very responsible, very balanced in his thinking. My daughters, my oldest, she has that fire in me, that fire and that anger I always had. She was always very angry ever since she started like puberty at the age of 10, because I was 10 too when I got started my period and stuff. She was the same way, very angry all the time. And I healed that relationship with her because I'm like, why is she always angry? And then it wasn't until recently when Spirit talked to me and gave me all of the visions of my life compared to hers. She was living a lot of what I went through at her age. Even when I went through um, the the uh, the death of my divorce, and I'm experiencing heartache and pain. I had no idea till my daughter told me last year she was experiencing the same thing. She was going through a traumatic breakup, and she was angry and she was hurt. So we experience things at the same time. This stuff is not by coincidence. My daughter experienced a lot of hurt and pain, which is why she was always angry, and that was me. But I made the effort to go to my children, each of them, and say, hey, I'm sorry for where I failed you as a parent. I'm sorry for anything I have done to hurt you, and for them to tell me what were the things. And, you know, my oldest let me know. My oldest told me, Ma, you always do this thing where, you know, you always asking me, why are you so angry? She says, I'm not angry a lot of times. She was like, a lot of times I'm just in a deep thought. And I had to stop doing that to her, thinking and assuming that she was angry because she's silent. And then my youngest, she's the youngest version of me, who at my age I thought I knew everything. I wanted to be so adult and grown. But, and I also had, just like both my girls, I was a teen too. I was 18 when I got pregnant. Had my oldest at 19. But they were both 16, got pregnant, and 17 had their babies. My mother was 16 when she had when she got pregnant with my sister. 17 when she had my older sister. So This is a repeat cycle of patterns. See, it's up to us to break those patterns, which are nothing but generational curses. And I worked hard to break that shit. It was painful, but I worked hard because I wanted better for my generations going forward, for my grandkids. So I know my grandkids are never, they're not going to be teen parents, because why? I'm helping my daughters to be better mothers through healing. And that's a fact. You know, my young, like I said, my youngest, she's like me. At that age, I wanted to be an adult. I don't want anybody to tell me anything. But I'm teaching her that being adult is great responsibility. See, being adult means we make good choices, decent choices. Yes, we're gonna make some mistakes, but we learn from them. There's always rules you have to abide by. It's all about self control as an adult. And I teach her those things, and I see those things flourishing in her life, the way her life is. I'm teaching her all about spirituality, because all of my children are gifted children. They have gifts, but my youngest, she's at a point where she's accepting that she's an empath. So I'm teaching her more about her gifts because she has dreams. She has the ability to heal. She's a magnet for people that want to come to, for all her friends, they always want to come to her for help. That's her purpose. And she loves to do hair, so I'm helping her flourish to be an outstanding woman, and she's going to be. And I'm seeing the fruits of my labor from my hard work, because there were days when I felt like this shit is hard as fucking hell. But I never want to throw up in the towel. So even if I had to cry and be like, my angels, God, please help me, because I really want her to get it and see it. And our relationship is growing, and it's going to be so beautiful. And I have her in therapy because she asked for it. So she's been in therapy for quite some time, counseling, and I'm seeing the changes in her. And I speak life over her and her daughter and all my grandkids and my children and all of humanity, because I want all of humanity to do better. But like I said, the point is, you have to heal these, whatever it is with your mother, whatever issues you have that's being exposed, that keep coming up for you. That's something you keep sweeping under the rug, and you can't do it anymore. You have to address it. What is it? You know what keeps coming up, but you don't want to address it. You have to. The time is now. Get to work. Stop being afraid. And whenever you need help, you have the angels, you have God to help you. God, the divine, the universe, they are willing to help you when you need it. All you have to do is just say, please help me, because I'm hurting and I just don't know what else to do. And you'd be surprised who may come into your life, what I what things may come to your mind to help you fix that relationship. But that's the problem that we have in humanity. A lot of you, a good portion of humanity, have mama issues, especially with this race shit. This is taught. This is taught. And it's time that a lot of you who are willing to accept and listen, who've been hurting and who want to accept that you want to change your life, the time is now. Change it. Because if you don't, what's going to happen is at some point you're going to be made to do the work, and that's going to be even more painful than you've ever thought. The time is now. You can heal. You don't have to hurt no more. You don't have to. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, but don't forget to like and subscribe and share my video. Um, I want you guys to have a great day. I really do. I love you all, and I thank you for always being here to listen to my story and my examples of what's going on in life, you know. And I pray for all of you. I always send love and light and healing out to the world, because that's what we need. Healing. And I want you guys to protect your energy at all costs. Protect it. Remove people and things that no longer bring you peace, because you deserve the peace in your life. You deserve that. And you deserve happiness. Everyone deserves that. So I want you to vibrate high. And I will see you guys on the next video. I love you. Namaste. Bye.